Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. Today we're going to talk about some PDUs. I bought a couple online and I have a little buyer's remorse because I really needed some PDUs, but the ones that I bought online are the real big ones and I wish I could have bought the smaller ones. I'm going to go into the whole setup of what I've got now or what I've ordered, and we'll do that in a little bit. But right now, I want to show you what I got down here and the ones that I bought online to start with. So let me flip the camera around 1 second. All right, so here's what we got. I'm going to show you the invoice here. So it's ServerTech Technologies. That's the model number, master and link switch PDUs. It's the 240 volt and it's the 30 watt. Now, I've got a couple miners that are pulling much more power than, say, the L3++ that I have. So I needed something with 30 amps. Now, I also wanted to get a metered PDU, so that's what I have here. Now, these two, they have both connections on them. They'll have the C13 and C19. I believe that's the C19 on the bottom and the C13 on top. So the idea is that I was going to have two machines that would run on the C19, and this unit has 4 C19 plug outlets. Obviously, it has a lot more of the C13, and I don't need that many, but I needed to have 4 of them. So later on, I've seen some other PDUs that weren't metered and, of course, didn't have the network link. And to be honest, I really don't need the metered on here now that I've decided to go in another direction. Like I said, I've left these in the box because, I want to try to resell this. So they're still wrapped up pretty good. You see they have the locking outlet adapter. So it's meant for the 30 amp outlets. So they're pretty cool. They will serve the purpose of what I need. They do link together. You can plug these into the network, and the idea is that if you wanted to power cycle these remotely, you could, which is kind of cool, and you can monitor them, and I really like that. But in the end, I don't need something this big. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stand this thing up now. Man, this is huge. These things are gigantic. So this thing's standing upright. I'm going to go ahead and flip, and I'm going to stand next to this. So you can see I'm 6'9". So, do the math on this thing. It's pretty damn big, but that's how big they are. So that's what you're looking at. And it's a great unit. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see that's where the network connection, the meters for both units. They are 2 units in here. They are separate. They're just, wrapped together. So anyway, let's go hop on the computer. I'm going to show you what I'm working on and some thoughts on PDUs. And once again, where I've made my mistakes. So I'll be right back. Hey y'all, thanks for checking in with Euclid Mining. I'm back from the other day. I had recorded that video. Hadn't had a chance to get back on and finish it up. So those are the ones that I bought when I thought I was going to have that S17 Plus and the T17 up and running. Now, the S17 was a disaster, and we've got a video on that. The T17 was able to be repaired, and that one I'll have running. But I do have several other miners running, and I have a couple more on the way. So I needed something that was going to be able to support the 30 amp that I was going to be installing, 330 amps. So I know that I could run 2 of those bigger machines or 3 of the smaller machines on it. So I needed to have enough plugs. So that's why, I felt comfortable with those, and they were metered, but they were the 6-foot ones. And, that's just 6-foot ones are really hard to work with because, my shelving is only maybe 4.5, 5 feet. It's not that high. It's similar length. These things are 6 foot, But I thought I needed something, so I bought them. And I probably, should have waited. Well, obviously I should have waited because I didn't have the machines to hook up to them anyway. But I have them now, and that's why I haven't unwrapped them, because I'm debating, just to let them go. Because I started looking to other options, that now that I've had time to see other things, I've been able to to see the other options and what I can do. So I was watching a video from Red Panda Mining, and he had a meter on the wall, and it was from space goats. And I thought, wow, that thing, it looked pretty cool. Had an awesome readout. I mean, it told you everything. I'm going to show you a picture of it over here. Let's see. So this is it here. And I mean, what more could you really ask for? So from what I find out, Space Goats sells the box. So he produces these boxes, and with these boxes, he tells you what parts to buy. So, the meter on top, what kind of outlet you want, whichever kind's going to suit your needs, and then you fit it all into the box that he's created, and it fits, perfectly. And then you have your own meter for the wall. So, I've already ordered. And the ordering, I mean, this guy is like overwhelmed with orders if you go to his Discord. But I ordered mine. I think there was 8 to 10 or 12 weeks, before they get back to you and tell you that your turn is ready. So, just super excited. I went ahead and I bought the outlet already. I've got another picture of one here. So this is it here. So that's the outlet that I have. This is the box. And then on the top you have the display. So I went ahead and ordered mine. So on his site he has the products that he uses, or that he designs his boxes for. So I went ahead and I ordered mine. I've got my outlets already. They're downstairs. But these are the boxes. As you can see, it's got the display, and so this goes inside of the box, and you can see it. I'm going to grab that box over here, and then this goes in this section here, and then obviously whatever outlet you use. There's the rectangle version, there's the circle version. Whatever outlet you're going to need, you let them know, and they'll get back to you, when it's your turn, and you get one of these meters. So the idea is that, with these meters, I don't have to have something special. I could almost have like an extension bar instead, something more basic. So I wouldn't need so much for it. I wouldn't need the full bar. I would just need whatever couple that I could fit on it. So if I had a 30 amp outlet, I could get two of the big machines, say like two T17s on it. If I had, say, the L3 Plus or the L3 Plus Plus, I could probably get 3 on one of those. So considering that each L3 takes one power cord, and say like the T17 take 2 each, so that would be 4 for 2 machines, or 3 cords for the L3 Plus. So at most I would need basically 4 outlets. I couldn't go any higher than that because the 30 amp outlet is what I'll have. So I decided that, well, why not look and see about getting something that suits my needs. And I started looking around, and I found a couple companies that had different models, and you could almost order a la carte, where there was different sizes, different amount of plugs, whatever kind of plugs you want, metered, not metered, everything from the length of the cord that you plug it in with, to being a foot, to being 3 feet, or anything in between. You can kind of pick and build your own. So I like to say that I design my own PDU, but I just kind of picked from a list. But what I came up with, and let's see, this is it here. So this is what I went for, and so we go in here. Now, of course, like I said, I would only need 4 maximum. So this still is total overkill. But I wanted to make sure if I did have anything else, if I was going to put some, I don't know if I use this for GPUs or if I use this for something else, I'd still be able to plug a lot into this. So now they did have the meter available with the network connection, so it was a little bit more, but I figured, you know what, why not get that? The wiring is, I forget the gauge, we talked about it online, but it's, higher rated than you would even normally need. So it's, more than capable of taking the power that it's going to have. I have a 3-meter wire coming off the back. So that's about 3 feet. The total size of this from end to end. Now this is for mounting it. This is a little bracket right here that sticks out. That's this whole piece. Those just have 3 screws that, that pops that right off. So they said it doesn't matter. It's the same cost. I said, yeah, throw it on there. If I ever need it, I can use it to screw it on. But otherwise, if I were to take that off from end to end from here is about 21 inches. So, that's really not that long. So it's pretty compact. It has a meter with the network connection. It's got all the plugs I could possibly want. This is great. This is perfect. And for the price that I got it for, I am super excited if this actually happens. I've seen a couple of these out there, so someone's using them, and I'm going to try to use them too. We'll see how it works. I'm not going to talk about the manufacturer. I'm not going to talk anything about them until I get them and test them and make sure that we're going to, stress one of them out or, all of them for that matter, and see how they handle. I ordered 4 of them at the price that I got them for. I can't argue at all for it. So, if I was looking at some of those other ones, like I said, we were looking at the, like one like this, this has, the one that I got has more C19s if I want those C19s. This one only has the 2. Do I need as many C13s as this one here has? I mean, this has got, I don't even, how many does it have here? 18. So 18 of them. I mean, I can't imagine that I would, ever be able to put 18 plugs onto something that's, a 20 amp PDU. So the one that I got is 30 amp, 240 volt. So I got it, for the 30 amp outlets that I'm installing. So it is, would be even more than something like this. So I'm hoping that with the upgrades and going with the heavier gauge wires and getting everything I really wanted on it for really, really good price, we'll see what happens. I will take that and I will put that on the rack, because that'll fit perfectly. If that rack is about 4 feet long, it'll fit perfectly on there. I can put that anywhere. And then with the long cord, it'll be more than enough to make it to the wall, where I'll have it plugged into the Space Goats power meter, and I will have a smile on my face. I will have a smile, because it would be a real nice PDU, compact. Hopefully I got everything I wanted and it works the way it should. And as soon as Space Goats get those things printed up, because he prints them himself, I don't know how he does it. He must be just swamped. I said it earlier, but he must be getting killed with these. But once I get that from him, I am super excited. Now, I did want to ask him if I can get Euclid Mining put down the side, like he has Space Goats. If maybe on the other side I could say Euclid Mining. I don't know. But anyway, that's the idea. So, like I said, I'm going to go straight with the Space Goats meter on the wall, and I'm going to go with my own PDU. So I think it's pretty cool, and I hope it works. I hope it works really well. We'll plug a bunch of things into it, not my ASICs, and we'll see a little stress on it and see what happens. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking in. That's where I'm at. I've got 2 6-foot PDUs that I have no use for, and I jumped the gun in buying them. So I think that was like I don't even know what I spent. I should bring that up. Probably should have had that number ready for you. But I spent a bunch on it. I think paid $250, so like $100 a quarter each. And now I've got them along with so many other, half-ass projects that I jumped the gun and bought out before I probably shouldn't have, and was hoping for the best outcome. Of course, the worst came, and I got stuck waiting on something else and then realizing what I bought didn't really need, and so on and so forth. So I did today, though, buy an inline fan, something that does, I think it was 735. Let me look that up too. All right, let's see. CFM, that's what it is, the CFM. And that I'm going to put into that grow tent, and I'm going to try that project again, because before the inline fan I had was a 4-inch fan, so now I think I'm going with an 8-inch fan, and it is, leagues better. So much more air can move, and I think that will be enough to vent that out where I can have the GPUs in there and try to contain some of that heat, and then have it vent straight out the window. So that one's going to be coming soon, because I just ordered that, and that'd be a good project to finish up part 2 to my first one. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. Thanks a million. Listen, I appreciate you watching. Listen, we'll do a review on this when it comes in. I hope it comes in. If it does and it works great, I'll tell you the seller, and you can look to order something yourself that fits whatever need you want it to fit. So give me a thumbs up if you like this one. Leave some comments. What are you doing for PDUs? And go check out Space Goats, and of course Red Panda Mining. He's always got some good information. I would check him out too. I've enjoyed his channel. So thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. I'll catch you next time.